The Iota community is boiling, and even Hans Moog has not spoken positively. Iota is releasing a drastic update, one might think. However, looking at the details, it seems more like a fork of another blockchain, and the price is rising, but perhaps not as hoped. Everything is here in the video. Hey, and welcome to the Crypto Owl. In this video, we will take a look at Iota, and there was a more update for Iota. This leaves the community quite divided. First, let's look at the price. Due to this update, the price has also gone up because overall there are actually many positive news, but also a lot of negative. Let's take a look at this, and indeed, the Iota price has risen after this block announcement, and this has also been directly recorded here on CoinGecko, showing that there is actually quite a bit behind it. But it also directly explains, hello, there is a big update here, which is why the price is rising. So in principle, it directly explains this price increase of about 20%, but overall, yes, the community is boiling. Why, how, we will take a look at all of this now in the video. And this is what it looks like, this update, Iota rebased, introduction. And let's take a look at the advantages directly, namely a parallelized Move VM and EVM. Complete decentralization, 50K. Plus TPS, that's crazy. And a finality of under 500 milliseconds. That is, of course, crazy, but yes, there are also many, many disadvantages. I'm looking at it now, but one of the big advantages that many might say is great is that I can set aside Iota, and a staking APY of 10 to 15% is not bad. But this all comes at a cost, and now let's take a closer look. They have an update here. They are essentially building a new layer 1 through this. They have explained this Move VM several times here, but the crazy thing is that they borrowed this Move VM from the Sui blockchain, and now it is already being said directly that this is one of the big trends in the community, where then Clip and Zala say that taking Move VM from Sui means Iota is a Sui Fork. Why should I even buy Iota? I could just buy Sui. So I don't know if that was such a smart move, and I'm also not sure if that was really intended, and we have someone who is quite upset about it and said last time, maybe it's the last time he's with Iota, but maybe it's also the last time he just vents and then is quiet about the whole topic. So this whole thing is really extreme to observe for the community right now. Here again are the advantages and how to position oneself. Showing, so these are the highlights of this entire update. And Iota will be the first layer 1 that enables both Move VM and EVM compatible layer 2 here. So as I said, at first glance, everything looks positive, but taking a second, look, it might not be as great as they initially thought. As I said, let's take a closer look at it. This is the whole update. We can go into all the details, but I believe the community is actually interested in whether this is positive or if I need to read through everything, because there is also this entire paper here, or there is this major criticism here. I will put everything in the video description. You can read through everything. The whole thing is also translated into German in the Brave browser. You can read everything wonderfully about what is happening here. No problem at all. As I said, there are many details. One can break it all down now, but I believe that would make this video not immediate. What surprised me, specifically, is that the price shot up immediately. Sure, big update. Finally, the decentralized blockchain of Iota. And of course, the Move VM, you can see it as you like. It still remains EVM layer 2 compatible. But then there was this one tweet that let slip a bit about what is currently happening with Iota. Namely, you have developers who are working hard towards a goal. And somehow someone from above comes and ruins everything you have worked on. And that is exactly what Hans Moog expressed his frustration about here. First, a bit of advertising. MEXC is hosting a contest with a prize pool of over 10 million and a Ferrari. Join now. The whole thing lasts 29 days, started today, and you can take part. You can find the link in the video description or in the pinned comment. You trade futures and can receive a total prize pool of currently 5 million USDT, and of course, this Ferrari that comes with it. The prize pool could even increase to 10 million USDT if 150,000 users register. And I believe the number is continuously increasing because this event is currently being heavily promoted. It lasts beyond Christmas. Here you can trade daily and win up to 2024 USDT. Here, you can see everything again with scratch cards that you can win here. At the same time, you can spin this Wheel of Fortune, and you can also participate in this raffle. So many bonuses, you can read all about it. I will of course include the link in the video description, and there you will find everything. If you are not proficient in the German language, no problem, just change the language up here. Of course, you can also easily trade spot with MEXC, for example, and you can simply buy via limit and market price. At the same time, there are tokens, airdrops, future trading, copy trading. You can go long with Bitcoin and so on, so CoinM, and there are even many events, especially the Ferrari giveaway. Additionally, there is a 10% cashback if you sign up with the link in the video description at MEXC, and up to $8,000 in new registration bonus. That's why it's worth checking it out. And if you are a future trader, you can win a Ferrari here. In this sense, check out MEXC. Namely, Hans Moog, whom we all know in the Iota community, really expressed himself here with a long tweet. And here is the whole thing translated. Imagine you work for so long with so much passion on something, and a few weeks before you finish, you receive the message that the plan has changed again, and that it actually doesn't matter to us what we have been saying for years because we are doing it differently anyway. So that sentence is also missing. It is really hard to put into words how disappointed and betrayed I felt when I heard this decision, especially since there was no way to even question or discuss it. That means the whole thing was decided and he couldn't even say anything against it. It just felt so incredibly disrespectful. And I will most likely never see this as anything other than a massive and completely unnecessary capitulation from the finish line. That means he was actually at the goal of the whole thing where they wanted to go, and they couldn't actually cross that finish line because everything was overturned here. However, since I still feel committed to the community and my colleagues and do not want to harm the project, this will be the last and only time I air my grievances publicly, and from now on, I will try to focus on the positive aspects. So that means this lineup here clearly states that what was planned has been completely thrown out the window. Now it is a Sui Fork. This is how it is currently described in the community. I have read a lot, and for many Iota investors, that was actually it. It is actually interesting that the price is currently rising. Perhaps if it had been the right update, the price would probably rise even further. But he says here, look, there are at least a few points that are good here. I don't want to comment on anything else. This is how it comes across to me. Namely, Iota is finally being decentralized, which puts an end to this incredible odyssey. Iota will finally have layer 1 smart contracts that utilize an object-based shift, currently the best virtual machine in this area. Yes, that is also what he has been working on, among other things. Iota will have a state-of-the-art consensus in BFT style. This is definitely positive in this modular system where one can then build on Iota. For everyone who wasn't interested in the vision of Iota, this might not be so bad. At least we have forked the right technology. So he says it himself here, you have the technology that should probably be very good in the future, and it has even been forked here. I am trying to give it a chance and stay with Iota, but it will most likely take some time until I fully regain my enthusiasm. Now it is time for others to take the stage and hopefully inspire me with their new vision. So for me, it really sounds like Hans Moog is clearly saying that this is not the vision we have been working on. We are doing something different here now. At least it is the technology, which is still positive and could very likely be used well in the future. But overall, it is not the vision of Iota. And anyone who knows and has followed the vision of Iota knows that this is not the vision of Iota. This is very likely the vision of Dominic Schimmer. Also, the topic of the Shimmer network, many have said that too, but Dom China pursued a very clear plan, and this plan could be a wallet. There is a lot of criticism. I have also commented on this a few times. But you know yourselves, here on the channel, I actually don't make any Iota videos because I know that it always stirs up the community and leads to discussions again and again. And if someone is better technically skilled than I am, then I just stand there like a little school child and say, yes, okay. Overall, technically, there may be people who are superior to me, and that remains the case. Iota had an exciting vision, but this vision was really so far in the future, and if not everyone pulls together and Hans Moog puts it so nicely here, that is not the case, then nothing can come of it. Yes. And this vision now seems to be over or completely thrown out the window. So, Iota rebase. Introduction. Feel free to take a look at the whole thing. We see that the price went up, but as mentioned, not as hoped. I believe we can see that quite clearly here as well. This high of over 20 cents is also being sold off immediately. We can also see what is happening here. So the order book is actively being sold, but also bought. So it's going back and forth here in the last 5 minutes. There we see red candles again. So for me, it looks very much like people are selling here as well. Feel free to share your opinion on Iota. We have also already discussed it in our free Telegram group. Feel free to check it out. Take a look at the whole thing, and also feel free to write in the comments what you currently think about Iota and of course about this update. I am very curious about your opinions. I believe the topic of Sui Fork will be the main topic here. I have also already seen some clearly negative comments in the comments under this Iota post, as well as things like, do you actually want to F? You know what I mean. I am very curious about where the journey is headed. In any case, the community is clearly heated here, and especially the older, long-standing members of the community are stating clearly that this is not what I invested in. I am very curious about where it is going. Your opinion in the comments. Also feel free to join our free Telegram group. The whole topic will definitely become interesting in the coming days. In this sense, I thank you very much for watching and see you in the next video.